So hello everyone, I'm going to start in a second. I just got to test the levels on the microphone, but it's a bit quiet. Alright, I think we'll start now. Yay! Let's do this. So, hello everyone. This is James from Raspberry Jam Berlin, finally getting onto the streaming bandwagon. It's been a while since I've done anything. We were supposed to do the Maker Faire, but that got cancelled because of, well, reasons. Then, wait a second, my camera's not working. Why is that not working? It's there. Is this working? Oh, I know why. Hey, right, so I'm back. I hope that this is not working. Can't really tell. My Mac is freaking out because I'm running OBS, and this is the first time I'm streaming, and I'm using a weird setup, and I've got a microphone hanging off of a tripod, like one of those hands-free ones from the iPhone. So there's headphones and a microphone hanging off my tripod. I have pretty much using solely Raspberry Pi cameras to stream with, and light. It's not super mega bright, but we'll see how that goes. So I'll get started. So what tonight is basically what I would maybe refer to as Pico Night. So if you don't know what this is the Raspberry Pi Pico. This is a new chip and board that's been released by the Raspberry Pi Foundation. It's the chip is the sorry, the stream's not working again for some reason, or is it just me? So the chip is the RP2040, and they've made it into this little sort of development board, so that you can use the GPIO and you can connect it to your computer and you can do all the shenanigans like you normally would do with a Raspberry Pi. And they also offer this chip on its own, but I think commercially you can buy it, but as a single person you can't. I don't know if you can get the units for it, but the idea is that you could basically, if you've got a project that you need a lot of these chips, that you could just put it in and it would work in terms of a microcontroller if that's necessary. So it's a really cool kind of thing. It's not strictly a Raspberry Pi. It's as a Raspberry Pi in definition to me is a personal computer, is a desktop computer that you can use to learn coding and mess around with hardware. So this isn't strictly it isn't strictly a Raspberry Pi per se, but it is definitely a part of the family, and the Pico is definitely going to open up a few new doors that we didn't have before, in terms of how this is going to work. So we're just going to have a look at the specs. I'm not going to do anything fancy in terms of transitions or anything. I'm just going to go to my screen and share my screen so that you guys can see that here is the, get rid of OBS, so here is the specs for the Pico. This is a dual core ARM Cortex M0 plus at 133 megahertz. There's 264 kilobytes of, yeah, I remember kilobytes of onboard chip RAM. It does support up to 15 megabits off-chip flash memory and a dedicated SPI bus. DMA controller, 30 pins, 4 of which are used for analog outputs, UART, SPI controllers, I2C, PWM channels. It's got this USB 1.1 host and device support. It can programmable PIO state machines. I'm not actually sure what that means, but I would like to have a look at that and see what that is later on. And then matched storage for boot mode. So I'll go back to it in a second. So here we go. So we're gonna take a closer look at the Pico. Let's see if this is set up. So this is my cool sort of, there we go, close-up cam. So you got the Raspberry Pi Pico 2020 written on it. You've got the debug pins at the bottom. Whoops. Debug pins at the bottom. The boot selector, USB LED, so it's got an onboard LED, and then all the other shenanigans it comes with. The usual thing. And the other side is pretty basic, except for the GPIO tags, which somehow some of them don't line up because of the holes, but I guess that's a design choice to allow you to mount the Pico into whatever project. Although I find these holes very difficult. I mean, looking at it, you couldn't really get like a nut in there or something. You could maybe get the screw head, as long as it's a small screw in there, but I think having a nut on that side is probably going to be quite difficult. The testers. Not sure what this little code thing is for. I guess this is for the certification. But yeah, that's it. This is the Pico. This is pretty sweet stuff from the Raspberry Pi Foundation. And here we can get a really good look at the. Let's see if I can adjust the camera. There you go. There's the RP 2040. How cool is that? Okay, right. So, right. Let's switch cameras again. So, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna have like a look at the Raspberry Pi Pico and have a look at some add-ons with it. This is the first time I'm streaming, so I'm obviously going all over the place, so I'm not really sure what I'm talking about sometimes, and I'll hum and haw, so apologize for that. Hopefully practice makes perfect. So I wanted to go through some of the add-ons that come in with the Pico and have a look and maybe set some up tonight. I'll get some of them around. So the first one, so I'm going to put the Pico to the side. I need to get my cameras sorted out, so a Pico at the side, there we go. And the first one we have is the Pico RGB keyboard base. I think we'll go through all the back source. I've obviously opened this one up before, because I was quite keen and like, oh my god, this is new stuff. I want to have a look, and then I didn't realize that, or didn't consider the fact that maybe I want to stream this. So I didn't build anything. So this is probably the first thing we're going to build today. I'm not sure about the others, but we'll see how we get on. But this one we'll definitely have a look at because I've already opened it and I'm super keen to get this one open. So what this is, just to read off the packet anyways, is it's a soft 4x4 silicon keypad with per key programmable RGB LEDs. Great for input for your USB MIDI device or general HMI. What does HMI mean? I'm probably going to be... It probably means like stupid shenanigans or something. So yeah, this is that. This is the keyboard. You need to put that to the side. I got a Pico audio pack, which is pretty cool. So this is basically sort of, is it DAC? It's not really a DAC. I mean, it's like a DAC, but it's not a DAC. Is it a DAC? It's for USB audio. So it's I2S interface. So you can put a headphone amp. So you can put pre-recorded audio through. It's pretty cool. So I'll have a look at that later. Maybe not today, but another day. This one I'm very looking forward to is a unicorn pack. If you know Pimeroni, then you know they do a lot of shiny things with LEDs, and this is going to be pretty cool. So this is 7x16 RGB LED matrix. It's got 4 buttons on it, so you can do some like very small, tiny kind of Tetris-y things with it. But I'm really looking forward to this, to mess around with this, because I love pooping rainbows. Yeah, this is the scroll pack. So this is again 7x17 LEDs, not 16 but 17 LEDs. So I guess a single color. If it's like it's single color. And the 4 buttons make it useful, name badges, stuff like that. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. We'll have a look at that. There is another big thing, which is this. It's the, you really can't see that one very well. It's the Breakout Garden. This is got I2C interfaces with tiny little boards that you can plug in, and they have like different sensors or little screens or whatever. I'm going to open this one to have a look at later on, but I don't actually have the add-on boards for this, so it's pretty much useless to me. But I'm hoping to get the breakout boards at some point, because there's obviously the Pico, the Breakout Garden hat for the Raspberry Pi, which I'd like to get a hands on, and then the add-ons here will also work on this, so that's quite cool. Then there is the Pico Explorer base. This is a bit of a complicated thing for me because I'm not actually sure what exactly is in here. It's got onboard add-ons, breadboard, extensions. I'm pretty sure I've seen it with the screen. There's outputs from motors. I think there's Breakout Garden stuff. I don't know what this PIEZO or Piezo, I don't know what that is. So this would be a nice thing to look into. So basically, if you know the Raspberry Pi, you'll know of the Explorer hat. And this is basically kind of like a Pico version of the Explorer hat, where you can control motors directly from without much of an interference in terms of without having to actually like machine code or do some weird interfaces or have some weird drivers. You've just got a nice clean interface, and you can get on with basically building a robot rather than focusing on code. But there's the Explorer hat, so this is the sort of Pico version of it. I'm quite looking forward to that one. This is the Pico Omnibus, which is a dual expander. So actually, I might just open this one up right now, so we can have a good look at this. Off-camera opening. Yay! So here we go. This one I'd like to have a look at, because this one I'll probably end up using pretty quickly. This is so it's kind of like a port replicator, if you could call it that. Basically, it takes the GPIO pins and puts them here, and it puts them here for the Pico. Is it GPIO or is it just GP? GPIO. Yeah, we'll call them GPIO. If I'm wrong, then correct me. So it just basically takes the pins from here and it puts them here. Takes the pins from here, puts them there. And what it means is that when you put a Pico here, making sure you line up with the USB, you could put an add-on like the audio DAC here and the unicorn there, and then you'd be able to have two DACs running at the same time. Could we call them DACs? Are they called DACs? Bases. Don't know what we can call them. But anyway. So yeah, that's the Pico Omnibus. Oh, this is really cool. Okay. Let me switch to. I need to switch to the other camera for this. And we'll maybe zoom out a little bit. There we go. I have to say this is beautiful. Need to use multiple add-ons for your project. Clap them on here and send them on their merry way. I have got a dishwasher running in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. It's making very weird gargly noises. So yeah, drink tea. It's yummy. Coffee, magic bean juice, tastes like chalk. Make it go fast. Does it taste like chocolate? Coffee tastes, for me, tastes like burnt toast. Pop, energizing northern fizzy water. Oh, look at that. These Pimeroni make the absolute best designed add-on boards. So you can get a closer look, and you can see the track lines here from the GPIO, from the center going out to the end bit. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's a bit more complicated at the back, but yeah. Okay, right. So back to the other camera. Right, so we'll put that one to the side. What you get in this, the Pico Omnibus, is this little sucker darts that you can put in the corners. I don't know if you can see it, little sucker darts that you can put in the corners, but we'll do that after. I'm not going to do that right this second. And the last thing that I've been looking forward to is this. It's the Pico display pack. This is a tiny 1/14 of an inch. No, 1.14 inch. 240 by 135 LCD with 4 buttons and RGB LED. This is great. This is basically a tiny little screen. A really tiny little screen for your Pico. I'm looking forward to this. One last thing that I wanted to show that came from Pimeroni, which I thought was quite cool, and I'll probably again switch back to the other camera to show you, is this. This is the Pico Proto. So basically it's more or less solder points for the Pico, but this is a bit different in how this works. Now, I don't know, maybe it'd be best to show you. Actually, I can split this. So let me see if this works. My live feed is a bit back. Okay, so anyway. So basically, what you do is you place, zoom that in a bit differently, there you go. You place the pins, this is a soldered, here's one I made earlier. This is already pre-soldered. I did this a little while ago. Soldered the Pico. And basically you could, it's a bit difficult to do this on a camera. You can basically put it here and you can see all the pins. The pin labeling in the front. So when you put it on a breadboard, which I have right here, you could in theory, let me move that in a little so you can see both. Right, yeah. So you could basically pop that in. I'm not going to do that because it's a bit tricky getting that out on camera. But you could basically pop that in and you can still see the pin labeling. But also what you could do is you could solder directly points, resistors, buttons or whatever directly onto this so that you could use this as a compact, so you could basically like solder it here and have components on the inside, I guess. Maybe no, there's no tracks, so this is not really how, well, yeah, you could still do that. I mean, you can just solder wires together, but you could basically use this as a proto board. Although I wouldn't. I think that the main reason why they did this, and I think it's quite smart, is so that you could put this on a breadboard and you can get the pin labeling. So you can get the pin labeling, which I think for people that like to do prototyping and mess around with cables and breadboards, this is essential. So this is a really good addition. Simple and yet effective. Okay. Alright. So we will go back to camera 1. My feed has stopped. Has my feed stopped? No, it hasn't. It just buffered. Alright, okay. So, right, so what we wanted to do was to look at get the camera back, this little gem, the camera out of the way, yeah, this little gem, which is the Pico RGB keyboard base. So what you get with this, open that up. So you see everything comes out. Oh. The bag is now empty. Right, so you get some screws. You get the oh, did I even bring the screwdriver? Yes, I did bring the screwdriver. Okay, so yeah, you get some screws. You get the sucker darts for the sucker darts for the bottom of the base. You get the base itself, which I'm gonna put this on here. Have a good look at this. Oh, this is beautiful. This is such a beautifully made. I really love the kind of contrasting colors of the black PCB and the gold and then the white. It just really looks awesome. The back. Here, you know, these little dart things, I call them sucker darts. They're not really sucker darts. They're like little gel feet. And they've put little feet on the PCBs. How cool is that? Right. So basically, if you've not really seen, so we'll have a closer look at this. So basically, you've got these kind of ringed contacts. So one is like a kind of positive, and the inner layer is the negative. And when you push down on the button, you would make a bridge of contact between the two, and then it would register that as a contact. It was capacitive, really. I don't know if it kind of gets it, basically. Much how you get the rubber keyboards that you used to get on I don't know, spectrums and stuff like that, or calculators, they also work with a similar principle where the rubber would make contact. Yeah. And in the middle there, if you look really close, kind of could get closer still. Out of focus. This is pretty cool from a Pi camera HQ. Get more light in there. Right. That is an RGB LED right in the middle. There we go. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so basically, this is the we'll go back to the other camera. So basically, this is the main board, and as you've already seen in the picture, there's this board, which brings us to this other little bag, which I'll quietly open, or noisily open on the other screen, which is protecting this, which is the silicon. So as we've seen before on the PCB, we had this gold ring with the two sort of layers of contacts. This is the ring that would bridge the contact and sort of bridging the capacitive contact and make it join. So I have not looked in the instructions, but I'm pretty damn sure how this will work is that we put the feet on the bottom, this goes on top like so. Should maybe not do this with one hand. This goes on top, or does it go the other way around? Huh. Well, that's a difficult decision because this has got quite a nice pattern on that side, and on the other side it's not boring, but you know, that's a nice pattern. You do that side anyway, and then you put the screws in, and that keeps it together, and then that's how the keyboard works. And then obviously the Pico sits here on this little shenanigans. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build this right now. Look at this live building. So I'll just turn that over. I'm gonna put a little feet in. One paw. Ah, that's so cool. The little paws kind of warp because of the shape of the little silicon. Ta-da. Get the screws out. Move the light a little bit out of the way. So yeah, I mean, this is a pretty simple kit, I think. In terms of, I wouldn't have said simple. I mean, obviously there's probably a lot of very good, clever engineering in the background here, but it is simple in terms of getting it out of the pack. And for a little kid to put this together, although I've got elephant fingers and I can't seem to get the screws in. Maybe it'd be better to do it this way first. Put the screws in and then kind of hope that they go in the holes on the other side. No, I don't know that it's going to work. Oh, or did it? Yeah, it did. That worked. Alright, and then I'm going to turn it over and they're all going to fall out. Let's see if I can just... Ah, no. That's not going to be that easy, is it? Right here. This is my screwdriver set. No. sometimes the end of the screwdriver is just the right size for that nut, and it is. So I don't need to get any kind of special bit. There you go. So that's one in. So yeah, you don't need to get any special kind of part. Screw it in. That's my dishwasher, if you can't hear it. Get this one in. And the last one. So I got an extra nut. Thank you, Primaroni, for the extra. Oh god, I lost it. There you go. That's why they give you an extra one. Oh no, I really did lose it. Nah, here it is. Okay, cool. Right. Thank you, Primaroni, for the extra nut. Just in case you are like me and you're butterfingered and you can't. So this one I've been really looking forward to, because as you can tell, changing, I'll keep that nut safe, changing, oh, why does that look so, did I screw it down too much? Oh, I did maybe. Maybe I'll just loosen that up. Right, okay. Yeah, this has to be really kind of loose. Right to the limit. So basically, maybe I'll switch the other camera. So if you can see here, what I did was I screwed it in too hard. So when it does that, this compresses too much, and it pushes the keys in, so it doesn't really have that bounce. So maybe what to do is instead of having like this little show it this side. Oh, that's not working. Yeah, instead of having the screw sticking out like that, just unscrew it just so it's just out like that, like this. So it's just peeking out, and it feels a bit more comfortable. Yeah, I can already feel it is working a bit better. Right, okay, so let's go back to the other camera. Yeah, so this looks a lot better now. Yeah, it feels a lot better. It's like a real keyboard now. Right, okay. So now what we gotta do is to plug this bad boy in and get this to work. So we just basically push it in. If it was the right way around, there's the USB. Right, this should be ready to go. All we need now is to put the code in it. So what I'm going to do is plug this in, pressing the boot selector. Waiting for a second or two, and then on my computer I should be able to see if the drive comes up. Right, so switch to my screen. Where are you, screen? Right. You can actually see the OBS now. That's not very effective. Right, so here on my computer, this RP2 showed up. And there is 2 files in here. I don't know what this is. Let's have a look what this is. This is for the bootloader. And so you can see the feed again in triplicate. Let's do it this way. Should be this. Right. So this takes you to this page here, which is the setup page for the RP2040. Here are the different sort of flavors. I think that's Spark Fun, that one. That one's also Spark Fun. This one I don't recognize initially. Is this one the Pimoroni one? Because I know Pimoroni did one. So anyway, so this is about the setup, and then there's MicroPython that we can put on it. The idea is that there's the data sheet and stuff. So this is the setup, basically, this website, which is nice. So that's the Feather. So this is Adafruit. This one, can't see the Adafruit logo, but it looks like the same board here. But this is the Adafruit. Oh no, it's a Bitsy. Sorry, never mind. So it's a Bitsy. There's the Nano. There's the tiny 2040. I have the feeling that this is actually a Pimoroni product. I'm not sure. Let's go and have a look to see where it takes you to. It is. It's a Pimoroni product. Of course it is, because they make the best things. So let's have a look what else they've got. The Kibo 2040. Oh, I want this so badly. So this is a tactile keyboard kind of thing. You know, the clunky kind of keyboards. This is really cool. I love the Kibo for the Raspberry Pi. And they've got it here as well, which is really nice. Actually, I'm going to move the OBS to screen only because you can't see anything. And I need to maybe adjust this. Okay, disable preview. Sorry about that. All right, so you get the Kibo. That's super awesome. I love this. Yeah, I can see the live feed on my phone, and it takes a little while to catch up. And I can see that you can't actually see the Kibo because this actually isn't working very well. So we'll try it here. Teething problems, people. Right, okay, so let's try this. So let's go back again. So then we've got things like the Kibo. That's really cool. The Pico System, which looks like a Game Boy kind of thing. I'm actually not sure what this is going to emulate or what kind of games you can get on this, but it looks quite cool. The Spark Fun Thing Plus, and the Micro Mod. The Micro Mod again, which looks like super stupid little interface. It looks amazing. And then you've got like technical information on everything to do with how to set this up. So we go right back to the beginning, and or no, we don't. Pico Digital hardware design. No, I saw it down here. Okay, so we need to this is it. So we need to download the UFT file, UF2 file, do the boot selector thing, plug it in, comes up as a hard drive on your computer. Then you drag your UF2 file in this case it's MicroPython, and then it will compile it, and then it will work on your IDE. I'm not going to use MicroPython. I kinda am using MicroPython, and there's a very good reason for this, because I already know why. You have to, because if you want to get the libraries for Pimroe Pico, and there's a MicroPython library, and it says yes. It's still early days for their stuff, so this is their compatibility, but this is not what we want. This is where it gets to the bit where we're doing our MicroPython firmware page, release page. Right, here we go. MicroPython release with the Pico SDK. Right, so we want this one. Right, so like I said, it's basic. I know that this is basically MicroPython. It's just the same MicroPython, but it has libraries for the add-on boards that Pimroe make. So I downloaded it, and we'll go here, and you probably don't see where this comes from, but this is from a download folder. This is the UFT2 file. I'm going to butcher that every time. UF2 file, which is MicroPython, and then bye Raspberry Pi. So it's compiled it. Then what we can do is load Tony up, or Thony, and then we need to. This is pretty crap, actually, that you don't actually see the full screen. I don't actually know how to get you to see everything there, because you only see half my screen. But we can make this smaller. This is something that I'm going to have to figure out with OBS, because I'm still new to it, and I'm in streaming and all this sort of stuff. I'm still very new to it, so we need to figure this out. So, I digress. Let's get back to the thing. So we wanted to get this to connect to the Pico. So we need to go here and we go to here, and we want to go to MicroPython. I'm not sure if it's for the Raspberry Pi Pico or if it's a local. I think it's the Pico. And then this is detected. I think it's this one. I stopped it. Earth. Device is busy. Or did not respond. Maybe I selected the wrong thing. Maybe we'll try to detect automatically. It isn't in bootloader mode because it isn't there. Okay, let's just unplug it and plug it back in again. Are you going to find it now? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, guys. Right, okay. Yeah, here we go. It did connect. So it just needed an unplug and plug back in. Alright, okay. Now we're good. So we go back to here, and where is the Pico? We're going to go and get the library for the RGB LEDs. And we're going to look for an example because I'm too lazy to learn this outright. I like to use examples. And where are you? Need mail headers sorted onto it. Pico is not completely concluded. You want to buy one here. It's not included because it's only 4 bloody euros. It is not expensive. Libraries. Close the libraries, click here if you're beginning beginner friendly tutorial. Ah, God, I love pepperoni. Oh, that's the Pico. That's not what we want the buttons. Yeah, okay, this is all for Windows. Damn, Windows. Yeah, but we already did this ordering. No, okay, right, that's not what we want. Let's go back. Welcome to today's stream for me aimlessly looking around Pimmeroni's website. That's for the omnibus. That kind of idea, yeah. That's the Pico, okay. Where are the Python libraries? Python library. Okay, right, okay, let's just get to the GitHub. There we go. Now we're back to the GitHub. Examples, there we go. Ah, finally. Okay, so we want the unicorn plasma. What the hell's that? Interesting. What we want is the RGB keypad. Oh, this is C++. I don't need that. I want the cool stuff. Wait a minute. RGB key. Oh god, I have to learn C++. I don't want to do that. I don't wanna. Wait, all these examples, because I know that there's Python ones. All these examples are C++ examples. So MicroPython examples. Phew! I thought that I was gonna have to. Let's just do that. Alright, let's copy this and have a look at what this is gonna do in Tomy. Right. We're gonna put that on the Pico. We'll call it my demo for now. I have to go back to this. You have to go back to see this. Look at this. Oh, it's lit up. It's so beautiful. It's different colors. It's just green though. Is it just turning it green? Oh, now it's yellow. Oh. You can't really see it. Wait, can I just turn that off? Maybe actually it's a shame that the camera doesn't really let the colors shine through very well. But in person it looks awesome. This is red. Alright, wait a second. We'll go to the other camera. because you can see it better. This is red. Look at this. Oh, it's so awesome. And you go through all the colors, and then purple. My daughter would love this color. Blue. Like Elsa's heart. Oh, that's more like an ice cube blue. It's like a weird lights out game, which you could probably program a lights out game back to green. I love it. I love this. Sorry, but this is amazing. So, this was pretty simple. This is basically taking an example from a website. Let's go back to the screen so I can have a look. This is basically taking an example from a website and plugging it into like a simple piece of Python code with the library for the keypad. And this is initializing the keypad. It's setting the brightness to 1, which is full brightness. I don't know what lit is. Lit is probably just that everything is off. Or no, everything, I don't know. What does lit mean? We'll find out what that means. Last button states color index is 0. So I guess this is just setting the variables. And then this is a while statement setting the number, the keypad states. Let's reset the test. So this is cycling through the colors. And this is the illuminate. What are these hex ones? Because this isn't RGB? No. Interesting. This I'm not sure. And this 0x what 00 thing, I'm not actually sure what that is. There's yeah, I'm not sure what that is. So anyway, so then you basically put that in. You can run it or save it. So yeah, I'll run it again. But then you save it to the Pico. It's pretty cool. And stopping it does nothing to the thing, but it works like that. That's pretty cool. So this is something to experiment with. I thought there would be maybe a little bit more to the demo than that, but there seems to not be. Not for Python anyway. Wait a second. Okay. So this is the keypad. I think that it's done. Oh. No, I'm sorry, but this is really cool. I was looking forward to this, so I need to find some examples. So, one of the things that we didn't really look at in the example is here in between. There's I think this is number keypad, and then there's letters, and I think that's if you set it to kind of keyboard mode, that these are the characters that would represent if it was a keyboard. So there'd be 0, 1, 2, 3, and then A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is where you can reference which ones you're pressing. Should we have a look at something else? What time is it? Okay, so for me it's almost midnight. So we're just gonna unplug that. Gonna take this off. Ooh. You know what? This is kind of firmly stuck in, so I'm gonna leave that there. Some more light. We're gonna leave that one in there because I have another one that's soldered. And we're gonna put it in here. So I'm gonna get the darts here, and I'm just gonna put them. It's too big for the corners, but I'm just gonna put them on the inside of the omnibus. This could have done with the same power prints. Right, so what I want to do is plug this in. Or should I use the Explorer first? No, I want to use the screen. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we'll do the screen first. So. I'm streaming now. Right. Oh, come on. Alright, okay, let me do this off camera because I seem to can't be able to do this. I don't think we're going to get to do everything tonight in terms of setup, but we will have everything open and out and had a look at least. Okay, out with that. This is one of the ones I've been looking forward to. It feels so tiny as well. I mean, when you hold I mean, you've had Raspberry Pis all your time, all your life. I mean, which camera am I on? I'm on the camera 1. So this is the Pi Zero, and even that is like doesn't even compare in terms of the size. Look at that. For some reason, the Pico just seems to be this kick smaller. Again, though, this is really awesome design. So the theory is with this, and this is what's quite cool, is that you could just basically get the Pico, plug it into the back of this, and then have it as one unit. But I do like the decks, so that you could basically, pretty sure that's the right way around. Gonna be a disaster if it isn't, but we'll see. Right, so we're gonna plug that in. Right, so we're gonna go back to the screen, and we've got the Pico display. Shall we just do we'll just start with a demo. And then we'll put that into Tony, so we'll just copy over this because we don't need that anymore. Oh, but this is a new Pico. This is not the same Pico as we had before. What am I doing? It's this, we need the Python, this is the Pimoroni Pico. It's a good job, I just clicked on that. Right, and now we can unplug it and plug it back in. Right, done that. And oh no, right, no, I started it, but I'm not on the screen anymore. There we go. I think the Cam 2 sees this better. Look at that, how cool is that? Don't let the buttons do anything. So, I'm not going to take the protective film off. I'm going to leave that on for now. But yeah, it's just like little balls dancing around. How awesome is that? We'll do it mixed cam. There we go. So we'll go back to the screen. So this is basically time random Pico display and the byte array for the pixels. This is turning the backlight on. I wonder what happens when you turn it off. This is setting the class, and then we get the balls, and then we have different colors, and then it's basically setting the position and the colors. Wow, that's pretty cool. Let's look at a different example. Thermometer. So this is using the Picos on board. Copy that. Thermometer. That's not what we had before. I think it's because that's better. So now you can see that it is. I'm going to switch so I can see. Right, so now you can see that this is 23 degrees. Now, if I put my finger on the chip, the RP2040, it will increase in temperature. Is it this chip or was it the other chip? That was this one. This is the sensor, I think. Or is it just taking too long? Because I thought the sensor was actually on the 2040. I could be wrong, maybe I'm right. It's taking way too long to... I mean, it's not long, it's fine. 27, okay, so now it's going up. Because I'm a hot-blooded male. Come on, keep going. Give me more temperature. 26. So it's only really updating over time. 27 again. Go back down to 26. So cool. Buttons don't do anything. That's really cool. Right, okay. Next example. I'm super excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Let's do rainbow. No, wrong button. So now the new one, we run that. What does it do? Wee Pico Disco! Look at that. Disco, disco. That's actually really cool. Can you, again, no, there's no buttons. Sorry, there's no buttons. We need buttons. Alright, okay, so we saw the example of buttons. Let's see what the buttons do. press any button. Let's switch the camera so you can see, because you don't need to see the code now. We'll mix it. So press any button. I press button A. I press button B. I press button X. But Y. Right. So it just presses the buttons basically. Okay. No, that's still cool. Alright, let's move on to the next thing. Let's go and do the Explorer. And we shall dissect the bag again. Right. So unplug this bad boy, and we're going to take this out, and we're going to see, this is the only problem that you have when you take these things out. You end up bending the pins. I still have not perfected how you do this properly. One second, please hold the line. Someone will definitely be with you shortly. Silly me. Was a bit too overzealous in taking it out. Alright, so. Okay, so here we go. This is the Pico Explorer. So again, we've got this kind of display here. Let's move it to the other camera. So we've got the display here. We've got breadboard. We have the placement for the Pi, the Pico, and then we've got the breakout from the breakout garden. This piezo, which I still have no idea what that is. And then we have some pins. And this is where we need the close-up cam. Right. So then we've got ground, SPI, I2C, audio, motors, GPIO pins. This is a temperature LED or sensor. No, that's a sensor. Okay, then there's buttons. It's over here. That's just a Pi, and then the back. Again, this absolute wonderful design. This is the LCD interface, and then we've got the Pico pins, the features. Guess this is referencing the library or what they actually do. That's the motor chip for the H bridge. Yeah, okay, so let's get the stickers on. Let's get it on. I only have one person viewing my stream at the moment, and I fear it's me. But it's whatever. I'm going to edit this down, I think. See if I can try and pick this together into something useful. If not, there's just been hefty long stream of me talking to myself, which is not unusual. Right. So we put the Pico in without bending pins. We don't need to do the boot selector. So okay, so now we're gonna go back to screen, and we're gonna see if we can find an example for the Explorer Pi Pico board. Let's just do the demo. Yeah, let's do the demo. There's quite a lot of edits in here. Oh god, this is it's a relatively short piece of code. A copy. Thermometer. Select everything. Put that in. Stop the previous process, and we start a new one. Ooh, what happened here? This did something. Right, let me put it back into mixed cam. I think we're gonna do a small one as priority. So what did this do? Is that an accelerometer? Plug a jumper wire from GPIO to audio to hear a noise. From what? From GPI 0? To audio to hear noise. I'm trying to figure out what this is. These three dots are. Because I thought maybe it'd be like a leveler thing, but it doesn't seem to change. Oh, what did I do? I touched pins. I shouldn't have. I don't know what that's doing. I don't know why that happens. I'm making some kind of contact. It's like detecting something. I just read the bloody manual. Let's go to the screen again. But then let's give this some kind of justice and have a look exactly what it does. It's a Pico Explorer. Drive 2 motors. Piezo buzzer. It's a buzzer! Wow, okay. Right, okay. I got a wire. What did it say? GPIO 0 to audio? I need a smaller one. Where's my small wires? See, I've got these kind of cool little jumper wires. That gets annoying fast though. But I love that. Oh, Pimeroni, you guys make the best stuff. Okay, so what do we have? We have lets you play with the circuits, build science experiments, They also managed to fit this lovely IPS LCD. I can't believe it was a speaker. I'm like, this is piezo. What's the piezo? I don't know what the piezo is. It's a bloody speaker. Yeah, 2 half bridge. So it's H-bridge motors drivers. That's cool. It's I squared C. Mini breadboard, rubber feet, as we know. Hmm. 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 I'm not sure. It's probably staring me right in the face what it is, what the thing was, but I want to see this temperature thing. It looks really cool. Where does it get the time from? And the date? Is it just what you set it? Interesting. Alright, okay, let's have a look for this demo. I'm assuming this might be thermometer. It wouldn't be rainbow. Hmm. A little pixel. No, this is not what it is. This is just a. That's not what it is. Hmm. It's just this is just outputting. It's the same as the screen. Huh. Come on, guys. If you're gonna show us these shenanigans, you at least give us the example code. Because this looks bloody good. This is taking data from somewhere though. This is taking, or no, it's not taking. It's the humidity. It's taking a sensor, but from the breakout garden. Daddy needs a breakout garden. Yeah, I need a breakout garden. Okay, so I think we're gonna be done with this part, and then we're gonna have a look at. Wait, put that camera. We're gonna have a look at the other boards, like have them out, at least. Maybe not plug them in. Maybe we'll do one more. Oh, I don't know. It's late, and I'm gonna tidy this up so my wife doesn't complain in the morning that I've left the living room in a state. So the next one we'll have a quick look at. Right, so I'll just lay it out. Okay, so there's the scroll. Oh, come on. Oh, I might put the unicorn in though. I might just try the unicorn because the unicorn looks cool. Don't worry, I've got like a plastic box for all these things, so I don't need to keep them in anti-static bags. Whew. Right, there is the other one. Let's have a look at that. So this is I2S. So I don't know what that is exactly. High gain, low gain. Should be better in front of the camera. Yeah, cool. Cool. But that's super tiny though. I mean, when you look at this board is much bigger than this. And that's the unicorn pack. It's called pack, right? Okay. Pack, that makes more sense, right? Let's get the deck here. And let's put this in here. Someone's gonna scream at me saying, "You're putting it the wrong way." That sounded painful. What did I do wrong? No, it's all good. It's all good. Everything is fine. Nothing is destroyed. Alright, took that out better this time around. Okay. Right. Let's put that in. Let's see what this one does. I'm going to just quickly do this off screen. I'm not going to mess around. MicroPython examples. Unicorn. Demo. Well, that has math in it. The one thing with the unicorn is when they use the rainbow kind of hues and stuff like that, they always use the math library, Python library, and that's fine. That's totally what they should do. But when I look at it, I can't see the code. It's just, to me, it's just like reading matrix code. It's just weird. It's so beautiful. It's pooping rainbows. Is it pooping rainbows? Press button A. Button A pressed. Huh. It's pooping rainbows. Honestly. Did my stream stop? No, it's not, still running. No. My output stopped. No, where'd it go? Did I accidentally reboot the Pi? Oh no, I did. No. One second. Please hold the line. Someone will be with you again shortly. There's my... Hey, dishwasher's finished. Screen. Python 3. No, I'm fixing my camera. Shush. Better. I think it couldn't handle the light. Hey, there we go. That one also died. Why did that die too? No, it's still there. Okay, we'll just feed off of the one camera for now, I think. Ah, it was good while it lasted. But yeah, cool. Unicorn. Pooping rainbows. You press the A button and it disappears. Wow. I mean, we went through everything. Okay, there was Breakout Garden. Nah, come on, quickly. Let's have a look at that quick. I promised that we'd look at it. The Breakout Garden. Like I don't know too much about the Breakout Garden stuff. I know that there are different microboards that fit into this system, and they've got a hat for the Raspberry Pi itself. Yeah, it's something that I'm gonna have to get into later, I guess. But it's nice that I've got the board. Right. So yeah, that's the Pico. This is how it works. So you basically take example codes for now into Thermometer, and then you can plug in your Pi and then you save it to the Pico. That's it. And you can run it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be more applications at some point. Because of the low power consumption, I'm definitely going to look at this for other applications around the house. I'm interested to make like little status symbols for the doors so that our kids keep coming into our living room where my wife is working, and it would be nice for her to have like a kind of like do not enter kind of colored glow onto the door. So maybe like using the unicorn thing there, but there would need to be some kind of Wi-Fi connection or something, but we need to figure that out. But yeah, I mean, this has been a pretty good stream, I hope. And if anyone looks at the playback, that they're gonna, hey, someone did come in, like ages ago. Andy, hi. Thank you for coming in. I totally did not see that you'd wrote anything. So, yeah, we're gonna edit this down for something a little bit more palatable for anyone that's looking at the YouTube videos, and streaming, we'll probably try and do this again. I need to get a new microphone. I don't know about cameras because I hate spending money. I'm a tight-fisted Scotsman, so yeah. I guess this is it for now. I think we'll stop it here. Yeah, we're gonna stop it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make some more videos. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. Bye.